Okay, we are about to make some delicious food. If y'all remember a couple of videos ago, Bunky and I were talking about how we want to do almost like a little series of all of our favorite recipes that we've made over the years, but that we have not made in a long time, or like ones that we kind of forgot about, but we loved whenever we had them. I was trying to think of like a name for this series.
I just thought of one.
Oh, tell me.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Favorite recipes revisited.
I love that!
Yup.
No, Bunky, I love that. Because I was thinking like, lost but not forgotten. We're gonna keep...
We'll fine tune it.
And if y'all have like a really good name for it too, let us know in the comments. And in that video that we were talking about doing this, the recipe we were talking about was Korean beef tacos. Y'all, oh my goodness. We found this recipe from HelloFresh years ago. It's been 6 years. I counted back to it. 6 years ago.
That makes me sad, because in the 6 years then, since we've made this for the first time,
we should have made it more.
We've only made it like once a year, if that.
So I am looking so forward to this. We're having it for lunch today. Let me show you what I've already got going on. I feel like these are cucumbers that you would be proud of, Bunky. Like, I didn't use a mandolin because I don't like the mandolin. If y'all have one and want to use it,
I saw you slicing them. Yeah.
Are they not perfect little slices?
Those are very uniform and
so good.
Bunky approved.
The problem is I want to eat all the cucumbers as we make this, but if y'all remember, we need to like kind of pickle the cucumber, but also an ingredient that we never use except for in this recipe is a radish.
Super rare.
And it's so cool because they're so beautiful, but we never use them. So I'm gonna thinly slice these just like I did the cucumber, and then we'll get them together and do a little bit of white wine vinegar, sugar, a pinch of salt and pepper. They're gonna hang out for just like 30 minutes, and then they are gonna be the most delicious little radish cucumbers you've ever tasted. And I think the thinner on these, the better. I don't want to like bite into a huge thick radish, so I try and get them like paper thin. Added my white wine vinegar, and I kind of just want to like cover these. You don't have to cover them all the way because I'll just toss them every like 5 to 10 minutes to make sure everybody's hanging out in our liquid deliciousness. I'm gonna do like 2 teaspoons of sugar. See, I remember like when we made these, all the times that we did, because I feel like for like 2 years we made them a lot, then we just kind of forgot.
Yeah, they were.
But I always would be like snacking on the cucumbers the whole time, because once they start like sweetening up and getting like a little bit of that vinegary taste.
And the sugar.
Oh my gosh, they're so good.
And this is one of those things, and I'm sure there's so many people out there, we're gonna bring you over, okay?
Okay.
The cucumber tomato salad.
Oh, yes.
This is very, very similar to that,
but
as far as flavor.
I don't love tomatoes and I don't love onions, and that is basically what goes in a cucumber tomato salad.
Hold the onion. I think we can get you onto the tomato.
I do see though how like that dish would be amazing.
Oh, it's a great side.
Especially for spring, like warmer weather, that's a great little like side dish.
Oh, it's a summertime staple.
Yes.
When those tomatoes are just growing rampant in your garden.
That's a great video we should do. Summertime staples. Bunky!
So many ideas.
So many ideas today. Now another thing that I'm gonna do really fast before we start cooking the ground beef is make our little sour cream mixture that we're gonna top it with, because I want these flavors to like really marry together. So add a little bit of sour cream to a bowl, however much you think you and your family will use. Okay.
That's for me, enough for me and you, fam.
Okay, and then to that, you're gonna add in some sriracha. Now, do this to like your hotness level that you like. I'm gonna add a good bit because y'all know we like it spicy. There it goes. Yeah. Okay, that's good. And then a little bit of salt and pepper. I did kind of take a shortcut route on this because the recipe calls for like a big head of red cabbage, and I was like, let me just buy a bag of coleslaw mix. I think it's gonna end up being just fine, like all the same, you know? There's red cabbage in there, there's regular cabbage in there, carrots, like all of those flavors sounded good. So this is like my little cheat sheet shortcut.
I think everybody can see me nodding along with
Bunky's
you.
nodding,
Right
like
yeah.
yes, sounds good. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna add a little bit of oil to our pan. Go ahead and start sauteing our cabbage or coleslaw mix, and then once this kind of gets a little bit softer, we'll add in our ground beef and cook that with it.
I'm just thinking out loud here. And, you know, please don't everybody judge me for asking this question.
Okay.
But could you not just cook the ground beef first? Because that's going to have a decent
grease.
amount of fat come out of it. And then just add in the cabbage?
You know, I really feel like you could. That's actually a really good idea. But we're not going to do that today.
Obvious. Well, yeah.
So season your cabbage mixture with just a little bit of salt and pepper. Then add your ground beef and go ahead and season it with some garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of sugar. I know it sounds a little crazy.
I thought that was salt.
That's sugar.
Wow.
You're like, that is about to be the saltiest beef we've ever eaten.
I mean, I trusted you, but I was about to. But why the sugar?
I think it helps caramelize and makes it a little bit sweeter. Just follow the recipe. This is what it says.
No, that makes sense. I can see it.
Yeah. So now that our ground beef is cooked all the way through, Bunky went ahead and drained off like any excess grease. And then to this, to make it really flavorful, we're gonna add in some sesame seed oil, which y'all know is my absolute favorite flavor ever. And then you can also add in soy sauce, but because we love the Japanese barbecue and it has so much more flavor than just the soy sauce, this is what we're gonna add in, but y'all can just do soy if that's what you have.
Did you put enough sesame oil in there?
You think we need more? I'm gonna taste it and then I'll see if I need to
good point.
add a little more.
That stuff is strong.
Let me try a little piece. I actually feel like it has a really good amount of sesame oil. I'm gonna add the teeniest bit more, but it definitely needs more like the soy sauce stuff. Now, we just gotta get our tortillas ready.
Are we finally at the culmination of this
We're ready for assembly, Bunky.
The culmination of this culinary conglomeration?
Yes, you don't know how much I'm looking forward to this.
You don't know how much I am looking forward to this.
I know, because this used to be like one of our favorites. Like, we used to make it quite often, and it has been years. Like, why? Why do we make this?
I don't know. I think the only thing that we're actually missing, isn't there some sort of onion supposed to be involved?
Okay, there is supposed to be. I really try to get this past.
No, I know we didn't hold the onion. Oh, did you? No,
Okay.
I thought it was just like because we just forgot to get it or something.
Well, no. Okay, well, kind of. There is green scallion in here that you can use to garnish, or you can like cook it with your ground beef. But I didn't get any green scallion.
Okay.
But for sure, add that in if you want to.
I think it wouldn't be a bad touch, but also think if it's missing, it's probably not that big of a
Not
deal.
the worst, right? So y'all know how important Miss Daisy Mae is to us. She is more than a dog. She is truly our child, and she has been with Bunky and I for 14 years almost.
Basically our entire marriage minus 3 months.
Daisy Mae has been with us through every move, every up and down. She is our like constant. She is our heart and soul. Sometimes Bunky and I will just be sitting and talking about how much we love Daisy, and both of us will be in tears because she's just our best friend. So as Daisy Mae has gotten older, her health has always been of the utmost importance, but as she gets older in age, like, we want to make sure that we are keeping this girl as healthy as possible. She actually had a vet visit not long ago, and they were so impressed by how healthy she is, which makes us so happy. So we want to make sure that we are feeding her the best of the best foods, because her health, just like ours, starts in your gut, and we want to make sure she's getting all of the nutrients that she could possibly need. So I want to say a huge thank you to Mae for sponsoring today's video. We have been feeding Daisy Mae for the past couple of months, and she loves it, and we can tell a difference in her energy and just overall health. If you haven't heard of Mae, it is the first and only human grade protein-rich raw food for dogs that is made with real ingredients, and you can see and name all of them just by looking at the dog food. There are no fillers, no additives, and it requires no prep at all. So when you get your Mae, it comes right to your door, so very convenient, and it comes in these big bags, and you can just store them in the freezer. And then we take Daisy's food out like 10 to 15 minutes before we're ready to feed her, and just kind of let it come to room temperature a little bit, and then that's it. It is like so simple, no prep work, no mess. Mae is not only made in the USA, but uses ingredients like USDA certified beef, USDA certified chicken breast. There is blanched potatoes, green beans, zucchini, blueberries, kale, peanut butter, all of these amazing ingredients that are going to nourish and feed your dog to keep them healthier longer. Daisy absolutely gobbles up her Maeve. She loves it. And I love that it keeps her healthier, her skin and coat healthier, cleaner teeth, fresher breath, better weight control, and increased mobility. If you want to give Maeve a try for your dog, then you can head down my description box and click that link and use code Jessica, and that's going to get you 20% off your first order. I'm just going to heat our tortillas like on our gas range. That's how we always do it, but you can put them in the microwave or oven, however you want to do it.
I have been waiting for this moment for an immeasurable number of months.
We've talked about it so many times. I'm like, we have to finally just do this.
I think that we actually made something kind of similar to this not too long ago.
That reminded us of it.
Yeah, but like, I'm about to be cheesing. And there's not even any cheese involved then.
Look at how good that looks.
And I love how the radishes, you know, it's funny too. I thought that this was, that we used red wine vinegar for this recipe.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's just that the radishes turn your mixture, the pinkish color. So I'm gonna kind of go, I love this part because this provides
it's such a good balance.
some nice crunch.
Well, I feel like the vinegary like brightness kind of like balances the savoriness of the beef.
Yeah.
That's why it's like the perfect culmination. And then you have a little bit of the sour cream, which is kind of cold.
Oh.
It's literally the best little combination ever.
And then a little cilantro to keep bringing some of that freshness through here.
Yes.
And now,
Wow, Bunky Love.
can y'all believe that there's no cheese?
I can hear the crunch.
Bunker? That spiciness just caught up with me.
Oh.
But as y'all can hear, the crispiness of those cucumbers and radishes and the vinegariness of them is critical. The sesame oil ground beef mixture, amazing. The sour cream drizzle, bringing the heat.
Uh-huh.
I honestly don't know what the cilantro is doing for me, but
Adds a
it's
little bit
there.
of freshness.
We're gonna bring a little freshness to it. So good.
They're spectacular.
Bunky dug down to the bottom of the bowl and was making sure that she got some of that sesame ginger soy sauce stuff. She's dripping over here.
It is better than I remember.
Yep.
The flavor in that beef is absolutely insane, so good. And I was just thinking, even if you like did fresh garlic in there versus garlic powder, would give it like even better flavor.
Just like minced garlic out of the jar.
Or garlic.
Yeah.
Jar?
Garlic? Did you say jarlic?
Garlic.
Wow.
Listen, I didn't come up with that.
Oh, really?
I've heard it, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
That's
good.
a good one, though.
I've never heard that.
It is literally one of the easiest, best dinner recipes. A different spin on like taco night. The flavor is just so amazing. I cannot get over it. It's like, I'm just grinning because it tastes so good. I will never go this long without making it again. I feel like this is going to be like monthly rotation.
It needs to be monthly.
Yeah. If y'all remember any of like the favorites that you've made that we've made in years past, tell us what they are because we want like ideas for our series. We have a good many, but I want to know if there's ones that like stand out to y'all, so let us know. Add this to your dinner menu for this week because you will absolutely love it. Now for this next favorite that we have not made in so long, this is truly like, again, one of those that's like, why have we waited so long?
It's up there.
Yes.
It is up there. But I feel like too, sometimes we have this one a lot when we're camping, but it's still been a long, well, even that's been a long
We haven't been camping in a year, so here we are.
Yeah.
We are making Philly cheesesteaks on the Blackstone. I cannot wait. So for Phillies, of course, you have to have your bell pepper and your onion. We're gonna go ahead and get those sliced up. And then we love to do ours with a ribeye, but you want it to be pretty cold, almost frozen, because that's how you're gonna get like paper thin, uniform, perfect bunky slices.
Now, you showed everybody your skills when you sliced up
cucumber.
that radish and cucumber, so do
You want
wanna
me to
be-
slice it?
Do you want to be the steak slicer today, or are you going to pass the torch?
I'm passing the torch.
Passing the torch? Okay. I thought you might say that. But what I was thinking we should do first is I'm going to get all of our veggies and then the bread cut while our cutting board is still nice and clean and sanitary.
Agreed.
And then we'll slice those steaks up.
Okay, and I want to do some like little potatoes with our Phillies, since we're going to be already on the Blackstone, I figured that would be really simple. So I'm going to cut these up even smaller into bite-sized pieces, and we'll just cook these on the side.
Yes.
Does that sound good?
Yes. Where did our dome go? The Blackstone dome? I haven't seen that thing in forever. Is it down there? Oh my gosh.
Right there you go.
I'm the pepper preparing professional. As I say that today, and it doesn't go as planned.
For my potatoes, I'm gonna hit them with a little bit of avocado oil. And then you guessed it, I'm gonna use my favorite little Italian seasoning dressing mix. But also, I just got this Potato Slayer seasoning from Fire and Smoke Society. It is delicious. I tried it last week and we have loved it. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this on there as well. How's it coming?
Well, Wonky, we almost had a situation.
What?
Oh, thank goodness we have the extra propane tank.
We almost didn't have propane.
It was a very, very weak flame, and then it just went out, and I was like, oh my gosh. But luckily, the other tank right
Thank
here.
goodness.
But we need to remember to go get that one refilled.
We would have
so
been
that-
very
I
disappointed.
guess this mainly works for people who have gas stoves.
Uh-huh.
But you know how like we have that center burner? I was
Yes.
thinking, you know, if we had like a cast iron or just like a griddle grate, like you can cook this inside. You
We
know?
should get one of those. Listen to the birds chirping.
It's got to be like what, 68 degrees?
Yeah.
It feels like about 68 degrees, and there's not a cloud in the sky.
It's perfect grilling
It's
weather.
a beautiful day.
Okay, now two things. One, because it is so beautiful, and because we're like grilled on the Blackstone, and because we're having Philly cheesesteaks, to me this just like reminds me of warm weather cooking. Like when it's so beautiful outside and you want to like go eat dinner outside on the patio and the sun's going down and it's warm outside. I don't know why, but that is what like Philly cheesesteaks remind me of.
Wow, Bunky.
Isn't it amazing?
You're transporting everybody to better times.
I just cannot wait for warmer weather, and I feel like we're getting this like little tease of it, and it's just so nice. So anyway, I'm just like pumped for Philly cheesesteaks. But also I was gonna tell y'all, if you don't want to use a ribeye, you don't have to. That's just like what we prefer. And like steak wise, I love a ribeye, so like might as well use that to make a Philly cheesesteak. And I have been over here laughing because if y'all have never seen us make this recipe, you're probably thinking that girl is not eating onions and peppers, and you would be correct. So I don't even know if you can call what I eat a Philly cheesesteak.
A steak
It's steak and cheese.
You're having a steak and cheese sandwich.
But nonetheless, it's amazing.
Honestly, I feel like we call this a Philly cheesesteak, but everybody who's like from around there doesn't. They're like, that's not a Philly cheesesteak.
I guess this is like our version of it. This is a bunky version.
It's the southern version, bunky version.
Yeah, like for the bread, I want it to go like almost all the way through, but I want to be able to lay them flat on the Blackstone with that like mayonnaise in there to get the most like amazing inside crust.
That's gonna be tough to do with these.
But you know how like the inside crust, once you put the mayonnaise on there, it still is like so buttery. Oh, I just cannot
We
wait.
both meant the same.
I cannot wait.
I don't think we're gonna have that option with these,
Show me.
because I feel like if I keep going, it's gonna like just completely split. You see?
Okay, that's fine. Well, that's fine. We'll just do it like that.
Oh.
But you know what I like to do? I want to
Terrible.
just take out some of this bread because I want to be able to stuff it better. Is that crazy?
I'm gonna just make mine flat. That one's already gotten flat.
You do you, and I'm making mine the way I want.
That one's yours.
Less bread, more steak, please.
And the other thing too, did you tell, not that, you know, the original folks have probably seen this before, but these basically came straight out of the freezer.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, you already said that?
Yeah, you want to make sure that they are like cold because that's how you're going to get them to cut so well. You want me to go ahead and put the peppers and onions on the Blackstone?
Yeah, you can toss those on. Plus, you probably need to check your potatoes.
Yeah, I'm actually going to put just a little bit of this seasoning on the peppers and onions as well. Bunky has become a huge fan of using like the spray oil for the Blackstone because it just makes it so much easier. Okay, I'm gonna make us our own little like mayonnaise spread for our Phillies. So I'm gonna add a little bit of mayonnaise in here. And then I just have this garlic paste, but if you want to use fresh garlic or jarred garlic, whatever you want, add a little garlic in there. I'm laughing because I feel like we are about to get told this is not a Philly cheesesteak.
What are you doing over here?
I want to add a little bit of this Parmesan garlic. Don't you think it'll be good?
Yeah.
It's a little bit spicy.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, y'all, no judgment over here, okay? Just a little bit of this.
I gotta wash my hands, dude.
Okay. And then just mix this together. And this is what we will slather our bread with. Look at this steak, Bunky. That is beautiful.
If I do say so myself.
Wow.
It's not bad right there, is it?
You know what we need? A little slab of butter on there. Wow, that looks awesome.
These are like, I gotta get them separated.
Okay, to season our steak though, we're just gonna use a little bit of the blend, salt, pepper, and garlic. And then for the flavor, we're gonna use this W sauce, but if you just wanna use Worcestershire, you can. This is kind of like a Worcestershire steak sauce. It's delicious. Now to get the most perfect, soft, yet crispy potatoes on the Blackstone, add just a little bit of water and then pop the dome on there, and they are gonna be so tender but crispy on the outside. Now for this Worcestershire part, you don't want it like soaked in it. You just want this to give it a little bit of flavor. So I'm only gonna drizzle a teeny bit.
Like a...
You just give us a toss. That steak looks incredible.
Some of these pieces have achieved like caramelization, like a beautiful caramelization.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna mayonnaise our bread so we can get that on the grill. It all comes together so fast, you kind of have to have everything prepped, because once you put it on the Blackstone, it's just a couple of minutes and like everything's done.
I was gonna do a little public service announcement, by the way, because I almost did this. If you're using an all-metal dome that does not have like a rubber top, then you definitely need something to grab it, because it's going to be
That's gonna get very hot.
It is going to be hot. And this is barely enough, but I can do it.
Oh, they look perfect.
You think they're good too?
They look so
You mean
good.
turn them down?
Yep.
Turn them off, turn them down. Here's what we're gonna do. Are you ready?
Ready.
Because we always like to toast, you know, the inside and the outside of our bread. So I'm gonna flip these over and then lay some cheese in it.
Yes. While
And
it's
then
toasting the
I'm
other
gonna lay some
side.
cheese on top of the steak after we build it. But we can basically assemble the whole thing right here.
Perfect.
Now there's yours. That's yours, remember?
I like it. Yours is prettier, I will say.
Get back on there. Should we chop this up a little bit, you think?
Maybe we should chop this a little bit more.
I see now your canyon.
So
Your bread canyon.
you agree that it makes sense.
I do.
It holds the steak better. Look at me go, Bunky.
Wow, you did it right. Look at this.
Wow. Yo, we are eating good tonight. Like, oh my word. These potatoes, oh, they are so yummy. Wow. The cheese pull.
Look, when you're like, you know, steak is just hanging out on the side with all your, oh my gracious, Bunky. Gets me every time.
Is the mayonnaise concoction good?
It's like it disappeared perfectly into this roll. I don't think we can go wrong with this one.
And it's so simple. Like what I was saying a minute ago is like once you get it all in the Blackstone, it's like minutes and it's all done.
Yeah.
These Philly cheesesteaks are scrumptious, and I have had so much fun going back and making recipes that we forgot about, and they're so good, and it's like fun to experience them again. And like I said, if you guys have one that we need to make, remind us of what it is down below in the comments. Don't forget to check out Maeve as well. I'll have it linked in the description box. We We love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with us. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. Give this one a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.